And welcome. I am Amarachi Ubani. Tonight, Nigeria police records anti-crime success as it arrests 5 suspects alleged to be behind the kidnap of elder statesman Chief Falae. NNPC publishes financial statement for 2015, posts $607.8 million to the Federation account. It's the International Day for the Girl Child as the Bring Back Our Girls group restates call for rescue of the abducted Chibok girls. And Turkey thrown into mourning following a deadly blast in Ankara. We begin tonight with an update on the release of elder statesman Falae. The police say they now have in their custody 5 of the 8 suspects involved in the crime. Now, a source in the Ondo State Police Command confirmed that the suspects were arrested in Niger, Ekiti, Ondo states by the Special Intelligence Team deployed by the Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase. A source also hinted that part of the alleged ransom paid by the family has been recovered. The former secretary to the government of the Federation was abducted in his Ilado farm along Akure and released 4 days after by his captors. Now, upon his release, the family said they had paid a ransom to the unknown gunmen who threatened to kill him before he was released. As Nigerians await the screening of ministerial nominees whose names were submitted to the National Assembly by President Muhammadu Buhari, members of the All Progressives Congress in Kwara South have kicked against the nomination of Mr. Lai Mohammed. The Kwara South APC youth, under the aegis of the coalition groups from where the nominee hails, accused Mr. Mohammed of not being a card-carrying member of the APC in the state and not contributing to the welfare of party members.
Aisha Jumai Al-Hassan, Alhaji Lai Mohammed.
Ever since the list of ministerial nominees was made known to the public by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, it has generated mixed reactions from different quarters.
Of the 3 members of Senate.
From North Central State of Kwara, these youths from Kwara South under the aegis of the coalition groups of APC have raised questions about the nominee from Kwara State and the APC National Publicity Secretary, Alhaji Lai Mohammed.
We are not saying you cannot stay outside your jurisdiction of origin, but we are saying that people that consistently be with their people, feel the place of their people, and represent their people. Alhaji Lai Mohammed, as the case may be, is not, has never, and keep on representing us in Kwara State.
The group insists that Lai Mohammed is not a card-carrying member of the party in the state and does not represent the interest of the majority from the region.
We want to know, maybe through the party, Lai Mohammed contribute anything to Kwara State success. Even the day of election, Lai Mohammed is not here present. Lai Mohammed doesn't have voters card of Kwara State. Lai belongs to Lagos.
The group took their protest letter to the party chairman at the APC State Party House, but the chairman insists the president has the constitutional right to appoint anyone to work with him.
I'm telling you that we are not consulted. We don't know how he may emerge as a nominee of the president. We know the president is the prerogative right to nominate anybody to be president, to be minister. But as far as we, the chapter of APC, are concerned in Kwara State, we did not know anything about it.
However, reacting to the petition of the group, Alhaji Lai Mohammed told Channels Television that some members of the group are new in the party and may be ignorant of how instrumental I was to the success of the APC merger and the role I played in consolidating the progress of the Progressives Party in the state. Alhaji Lai Mohammed adds that I returned actively to Kwara in 2002 and ran for governor in 2003 and subsequently been supportive of the party's candidates, both at the legislative and governorship levels. I think these people are new members of our party who may be ignorant of my antecedents in the party. Alhaji Lai Mohammed may not be the only nominee whose credentials are being queried, but as the screening process commences on Tuesday, Nigerians will get clarity on some of the knotty issues.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the NNPC, today opened its books for public scrutiny. In the current report published by the management of the corporation, a total of $607.8 million is said to have been paid into the Federation account this year. The amount accrued from sales of export oil and gas as dollar proceeds. A further breakdown indicates that the total export crude oil and gas receipts for the period of January to August 2015 is $3.420 billion. Of the total amount, the sum of $0.61 billion was remitted to the Federation account, while the balance of $2.81 billion was said to have been used to fund the JV cash call for the period. This report, in line with the earlier promise made by the NNPC Group Managing Director, Mr. Ibe Kachuku, is to make all spendings and revenue public, and this was after his appointment. Organized Labour in Kogi State has issued a 7-day ultimatum to the Central Bank of Nigeria to release the bailout fund for the state. They say chapters of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Nigeria Union of Teachers say they might be forced to embark on a strike action should the CBN fail to make the fund available on the expiration of the ultimatum.
Organized Labour in Kogi State all gathered in the Nigerian Labour Congress Hall, Lokoja. Their mission here is to issue an ultimatum to the Central Bank of Nigeria to, as a matter of urgency, release the bailout funds for Kogi State. The state NLC chairman speaks on why other states have been able to access their bailout funds and that of Kogi is hanging.
Our hope towards accessing this lifeline is about to be crushed as a result of some political wrangling, especially between the two political parties who are contesting the state gubernatorial election next month. According to our finding, investigation revealed that some powerful politicians in the country using CBN have decided to frustrate the effort of the state government. Comrades, the CBN has been making extraneous requests from Kogi State government before this money is finally released.
If the bailout fund is not released within the next 1 week, Labour threatens to shut down all activities in the state and embark on a mass protest.
That is supposed to release the bailout to Kogi State government. Our intent is to pursue vigorously the need, the purpose, the intent of the president to have released the bailout to all of the states so that we can achieve the same thing for our workers in Kogi State. We are tired and the workers are dying silently without this bailout. We are therefore saying that if this bailout does not come soon, all workers will take to streets in Kogi State and will give a blackout to Kogi State completely.
However, Governor Wada urges workers in the state to be patient.
Spent the last 4 days in Abuja pursuing the bailout fund. I've made a lot of contacts. We are almost there, but we're not there yet. But I want to assure you that we are very close. So what it requires is for our workers to be patient, that very soon we will get the bailout funds and all of them will smile.
The end to this matter may not have been heard as the people of Kogi State awaits the next line of action from both the government and the labor union in the state.
Very challenging.
About 178 pharmacies and patent medicine shops in Rivers State have been sealed by the Pharmacist Council of Nigeria, the PCN. The pharmacies were allegedly sealed for dispensing expired drugs without the supervision of a pharmacist, poor storage conditions, including selling medicines above the approved list for patent medicine vendors, and non-registration with the PCN. This follows inspection and enforcement exercise carried out by the federal government parastatal in keeping with their responsibility of regulating and controlling the practice of pharmacy in Nigeria.
An enforcement team from Pharmacist Council of Nigeria sealing off pharmacies and medicine shops in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The operation, which according to the Pharmacist Council is all over the state, reveals some stores operating without licenses and others dispensing expired drugs, posing high risk to public health.
Many premises here, they just spring up without following due process. Some of them, the storage conditions are very poor. The drugs deteriorate before the expiry date. Therefore, they expose consumers to drugs whose quality, safety, and efficacy cannot be guaranteed.
The Director and Head of Department Inspection and Monitoring, PCN, tells journalists that public health and safety must be taken seriously.
Anyone wishing to key into the national drug distribution system by opening a pharmacy or patent medicine shop is required to apply for location approval before putting any structure or furnishing in place. This is because a location has to be certified suitable for the sale of medicines before any pharmaceutical activity can take place lawfully in that location. When the location is approved, the premises is required to apply for facilities inspection.
The call is for members of the public to be mindful of where they buy drugs and the condition of the medicines. Emmanuel Ere, Channels Television News.
In part 2 after the break, Benue State government extends amnesty to over 700 ex-criminals, repentant youths to be trained in skills acquisition. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.